Good morning, friends. Good morning, mamas. Good morning, beautiful people. Welcome to the February daily number 4. Today, we're going to have a little conversation about LOVE, and it's Valentine's Day soon too. So I'm a big fan of having love be a theme throughout the year, not just on one day, but everyone's talking about love. You see all the chocolates and the hearts and the flowers in the stores. So let's have a conversation about love. It's one of my favorite subjects. So first of all, if this is new to you, the February Daily or my lives, you can subscribe below. You can get notified when I go live so that you don't miss anything. And then when you're jumping on, give me a like or a love to let me know you're here, or say hi. Or if you're watching this on replay, type #love in the comments so I know that you've watched this after. So let's get started on talking about love. First of all, what is love, right? Is that a question that we've asked ourselves? And in Germany, we always grew up talking a lot about making a big difference between liking and loving. And I remember a lot of conversations around the subject, like, for example, remembering Michael Jackson used to always shout from stage, "I love you guys," and loving all his fans. And I remember in Germany that was always weird, and people would say, like, how can he love all his fans? Like, that's so exaggerated. That can't be true, right? So it has to be fake. It can't be real love, what he's feeling. And then we also, in Germany, we have this saying, well, first of all, like when we start dating someone, we start like liking them. Then there's a time, or when you like kind of love someone, but you're not like super in love with them or like deeply in love with them, we have this saying, it's called like "Ich hab dich lieb," and that means I have some love for you, but it's not I love you, like from the deepest of your hearts. So I have some love for you, and then eventually you move into I love you. But there's always a big distinction made between those in Germany, and I was always like very specific about them, and I was always following those rules very thoroughly. And nowadays it's very different for me, because I live my life very open-heartedly. I live it from my deepest heart. I feel a lot of love. I allow myself a lot of love for a lot of people, a lot of creatures, for situations, for myself. And that's where it really all starts, is like, do you have the love for yourself? And I think that's why a lot of people struggle loving so deeply from the heart. I apologize, my kids are downstairs really loud right now. But that's why a lot of people struggle so deeply to love so deeply from the heart, is because they're lacking love for themselves. So to me, what is love, right? And when you're coming on, say hi so I know that you're here. Give this a like or a love so I know that you're here. So what is the definition of love, right? So to me, love is a very universal energy that comes from my heart. It's like a feeling. It's like a positive vibe. It's something that I give truly from my heart without holding back. It's something that I feel like, for example, especially when you have kids, you know exactly what that feels like, right? You have like this unconditional big feeling for something in your heart. And a lot of people reserve that for just like the closest people in their lives, or they reserve it for their children and their partner. They don't even give it to themselves. Like the other day, I heard a very dear person to me say to themselves, like, I have a lot of respect for myself. And I was like, so do you love yourself too? And they were like, it depends on the day. And then you got to be clear too, like, you can only love others as much as you love yourself. So if you don't really love yourself a lot, or you don't have respect for yourself, you have a lot of negative self-talk or judge yourself a lot, and how you can tell that is by judging others, right? If you have negative self-talk about others, or if you judge others a lot, that means that you are doing the same with yourself. Maybe just not aware yet, but it really comes always. You have to clean up your relationship with yourself first. Start loving yourself. Clean up the judgment you have for yourself. Turn on the love that you have for yourself. And I want to tell you a quick little exercise that I love for doing for myself, for filling myself up with my own love. Just after this sip of decaffeinated coffee. So what I do for filling myself up with love more for myself is I go into a meditation, and we talked about what kinds of meditations there are yesterday, so you can scroll back if you missed that. So I go into meditation, and I go into my heart, I feel my heart, I activate it, turn it on, remember something super loving until I feel my heart really buzz. And then I just really focus on letting that buzz from my heart vibrate into all of my body. And then I feel if there are areas in my body that aren't allowing that feeling of that same like vibrational, soft, loving feeling. And I feel what's up there, you know, and what I can feel. And then I might do some EA on it, some emotional acceptance. But if I can't remove it and I only have a little bit of time, I let it be. But the most important thing is that we generate this feeling of love, this feeling from our hearts into our bodies more and more, and like embody love and feel what it means to have love for ourselves. And it's an abstract concept, but it's also a very physical concept. So you can really train your body to feel more love for yourself. So the more you do that, the more you cultivate that, the more you train yourself to have love for yourself, then the more love you'll also feel and have for others. And be less in self-destructive patterns, self-sabotage. You'll make automatically healthier, better decisions for yourself and for everyone else that you love. But the most important thing is to know that love gets used as a tool often. And that same dear person to me, who's my boyfriend, also has this saying, which I really love, and I'm still like trying to comprehend it more, but I really love it. It's called, he says, love has no intention. So love gets used as a tool very often, right? Or as a pressure, or as a guilt, or, you know, inducer, or we take our love away when we're not quite pleased with something. And so we're using it as like a punishment tool sometimes even, which is exactly opposite to what it should be. Love should just be this unconditional thing, like when my boyfriend Tony says, like without intention. You either love deeply from your heart or you don't, but there shouldn't be an agenda with it, you know. You shouldn't say I love you and that's why you should this or that, or I love you and when you're not behaving the way I want you to behave, then I'm going to take this away. Then it's not real love. Then it's like a power struggle, or like a power tool kind of thing. So if you really, really love someone, and that's another saying that my mom used to say, then you are going to let them go. And what that means is translated into, if you're not going to necessarily have to let them go, but if you're going to translate it, for example, for children, if you really, really love your children and you're okay with yourself, you have a great, clean relationship with yourself, you have your love set up for yourself really properly and have it all going, then there's excitement downstairs. Where was I? Oh yeah, with the kids. If you are if you're really okay with yourself and you're loving your kids obviously unconditionally, and you're not using your love and attention as a power tool on them, then you're okay with them not turning into the version that you want them to turn into. You're okay with letting them go, letting them grow, supporting them in becoming their best version of themselves. So those are my thoughts on love, and this is the February daily number 4. Subscribe below, get notified when I go live so that you don't miss any of these. Give it a like or a love if you have any questions. And if you want to have a free session with me where we remove blocks and negative emotions and negative limiting patterns, we have to pick one though. There's only one we can do in a session. But I offer a free gift session for everyone. So hit me up, message me, let's have a conversation, and let's see how we can make your life better and get you to love yourself more. All right, that's it from me for today. Me and my decaf coffee. Sending you all lots of love from my heart, and I will see you tomorrow, Friday. Bye.